Hey turtle nerds, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to show you guys what method I use in order to safely and quickly and most efficiently ship turtles. A lot of people don't know that you can ship turtles, and I used to be super afraid of it and against it, but then I learned it's a really quick and safe process if you take proper precautions and you do everything right. So if you follow along in this video, you do everything that I tell you to, your turtle should arrive safely and happily, and there should be absolutely no issues, even if your turtle gets delayed in shipment by a day, which has happened to me twice now. Both times the turtle's absolutely healthy, eating right out of the box and totally relaxed. There are a couple items here that you guys are gonna need in order to safely and effectively ship your turtle. The first thing that you're gonna need is an insulated shipping box. Now, the reason that it's really important that this box is insulated is to keep the temperature inside the box nice and consistent. It can be a little cool. The main point is that it's gonna be consistent. It's gonna stay relatively the same and protect the turtle from the harsh elements, whether it's a little hot or a little cold. You're also gonna need a sock or pillowcase or some type of breathable fabric, but that's still nice and restrictive. Scissors, 2 zip ties or 3 depending on how big the turtle is, and packing tape. Also some type of packaging material like packing peanuts or newspapers is what I use, but I just didn't get it yet. Also some things to consider is how warm or cold it is where the animal is going. I buy my supplies from shipyourreptiles.com. I also ship with them, and so what I do is I go on their website, I order whatever I need. I bought I think 25 of these boxes, so I always just have them. So Ship Your Reptiles will also let you know whether or not you need a heat pack, which I also have in storage. Depending on where you're shipping to and what time of the year. Right now it's early spring, so I don't think that I should need a heat pack, but I'm gonna call just in case because this fella right over here is going to Kansas, and so it's a little bit colder there than here in South Carolina. Therefore, I'm gonna give them a call just to be sure, because you're better safe than sorry. So I called Ship Your Reptiles and they told me that it's totally fine to not use a heat pack because I'm driving to the FedEx ship center, and then the guy who's buying my turtle, he is picking up from the FedEx ship center. He's not having it delivered to his house. So they're gonna be in a controlled environment the whole time. So they said that it probably was not necessary to use a heat pack. So I have my shipping label right here. You just go to shipyourreptiles.com, punch in your information, punch in theirs, do overnight shipping, and then they pump you out a price. Usually it's around $50 or $60. Next, I'm gonna take my box and begin to form it. So I'm gonna tape up the bottom. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and take the bottom piece of styrofoam. This sound is gonna suck, so I'm gonna mute it. But now puzzle piece them on in together. There we go. Now we've got it all nicely put together. So now all that's missing is I like to take the turtle and put him on the bottom and then put a bunch of buffering and then put the cap styrofoam on top. So I'm going to show you how to actually get your turtle, he is in there somewhere, and how to package the physical animal. So this next part is going to require 2 hands and a sock and 2 zip ties. The way that I determine what type of sock to use is I usually take it and put it and fold it up 4 times and put it up to my mouth, and if I can still breathe through that, then the turtle should definitely be able to breathe through it. What I also suggest is about a day or 2 before you're going to ship out, do not feed your turtle, because here's the little booger. They will defecate in the bag, and you're better off just not feeding for a day or 2 and playing it safe. It seems cruel and it seems messed up, but this is honestly the safest way that you can ship your animal. So I'm gonna take this and just sort of, he's looking to bite me. I'm gonna work him into here, doing it real softly and gently, but I wanna get him all the way to the end. This is usually how I do it. I just push like this. Push the shell and push him forward. And you want it so his claws don't really get stuck. Make sure that you use a type of sock or fabric that's not super stringy. I have gotten turtles before where their arms got stuck in the strings and it almost cut off circulation, and that could have killed them or caused me to have to amputate their legs, which we do not want. So that's why I enjoy using socks, because usually they're not super stringy and they're pretty easy, they're restrictive, they can breathe through them. See, this guy fits in here really nicely, get him all the way to the end. And what we're trying to do is actually restrict movement. Turtles really don't do much, so during this period of shipping, they just sort of sleep for the whole time. So I'm making sure that he's way at the end, so he can't really move his limbs, which seems cruel. I promise you it is not. It's for their safety. If they're allowed to move in that box, they're gonna move all over the place, bang themselves up, rub their noses red. In this case, all the person has to do is take my my zip ties and undo them and snip them off and pull them out, and he should be perfect. So you make your little turtle ghost. Zip tie number 1, put it around, get sort of the back end. And I also like to do this one a little safe. Make sure that I'm not pinching his tail, make sure that his tail is tucked in, and I can feel absolutely nothing between the first zip tie and his shell. So the first zip tie is actually the safety zip tie, the one that you do in case your first zip tie fails, which it absolutely shouldn't. And then the second zip tie is where I'm gonna pull this tight and really make sure that he is confined and restricted so he can't move and hurt himself, because turtles will hurt themselves. I know this seems so freaking messed up, and I really thought it was too when I first did it. But truly, this is the safest and most effective way to ship your turtle. So here we got my little turtle ghost. There's a whole bunch of extra sock here that I'm just gonna wrap around him and make sure that it's not at his face. So what that'll do is that'll keep his limbs from poking out too much, but that also won't put an extra layer of sock in front of him, so it allows him to breathe nicely. So here we go. We're gonna take him now, and let me grab my camera. And now I'm going to get my newspaper and pack him in nice and solidly. So I've got him tucked nicely in this little corner. So I'm just gonna push to the side next to him. That way he's wedged between the wall and this newspaper. I'm going to take this cap. Now my next step is to just close this up and tape it and then add my labels. So through movie magic, because I need 2 hands, this box is now taped. So now I'm gonna fill out this little bit saying that I comply with the Lacey Act. I'm gonna take the shipping label, which I have upside down to protect this guy's information. And all I do now, take this, stick it on the side, take this, stick it on the top and tape it, and then we're done. You go to a FedEx ship center that ships dangerous goods, I think is the criteria, because even though it's just a live animal and he's harmless and everything, that type of ship center is the only ones that will take live animals. So you find that FedEx ship center. Mine is 45 minutes away or so, so I take this guy, pack him up, drive to the center, drop him off, and they scan him, and then that's it. He's off on his way to his new home. I have the tracking number so I can check and get updates on where he's at, and he should reach his destination by 10 or 12 p.m. or 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And guys, that's seriously all there is. Something else that's very, very important. Do not ship on Thursday or Friday. The reason for that is if you ship out on Friday, it might not arrive on Saturday, because then you have the weekend, and I don't think they deliver on weekends, and you just can't ship out on Friday because then your turtle won't get there till Monday. If you ship on Thursday and they delay the package by a day, well then it's delayed by Friday, but then it's the weekend, so they won't deliver the package. So then your turtle won't get there till Monday, and now your turtle has spent 3 full days in a box. Don't do that. Ship on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you follow all the steps that I told you, you should be able to safely ship a turtle out. Absolutely no problems. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification thingy to get notified when I upload, because I think the next video that I come out with is going to be my pond build. It's 3,000 gallons, has 2 streams, a 3,600 gallon an hour pump and an 800 gallon an hour pump. What you hear right now is the pond running. I'm not showing it to you. If you want to go to my Patreon, that's in the link. I will have the video uploaded there first, then I will show it to everyone else. So if you go there, donate just $1, which helps me out a ton, you get early access to that video. You also get a whole bunch of perks and some photos of the pond, some early updates and everything like that. Hit up my Instagram as well. I post there fairly often. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.